the grateful crane. Fighting sparrows fear not man. The saying drifts through Musai's mind, lingering without comfort. Yet it is not a sparrow that falls. Abrupt and heavy, a crane drops from the bright emptiness, landing at his feet. His legs press deep into the cool, yielding mud. Water shifts around his ankles. The slow rhythm of his labor holds steady. From the gray hush of dawn to the dimmer gold of evening. Cranes frequent these paddies. Sometimes he watches, long-legged shadows tracing the lines his plow sketches in crumbly soil. In land marked by the emperor, the birds appear untroubled. No one disturbs the pale-breasted one the peasants have named Lord Crane. It seems the birds seek the same ground. They linger by the edge while he wades through cold, standing water, seeds pressed beneath its still surface, threads of green gradually breaching toward the sun. The crane, composed and distant, stands as a figure of clarity. So too a girl whose manners are delicate is called the bird that rises from water and leaves it clear. Musai hurried through the mirrored brown water, mud thickening around his ankles, every step pitched forward by urgency. His hands tightened on the hose handle, damp and unsteady. Muscles braced for whatever waited. The crane was crumpled on the grassy rim, white body half concealed, unnatural silence in the fold of its wings, its danger visible before him. He let the hoe fall, grass parted under restless fingers, breath caught between movement and stillness as he knelt close. In the green's hollow, the arrow gleamed, driven deep in the soft, pale back, red droplets bright across carved white feathers, raw and exposed. The crane did not flinch, its neck bent, yielding in narrow trust. Between his hands the bird waited, silent under the broad sky, breath shallow and pressed thin by pain. Musai drew the arrow with sure slowness, palm gliding along the warm, quivering down. He steadied the loosened body, fingers careful as he cleared tangled grass from the bird's wings, patient for the tremor to subside so they might open again. The crane hesitated, feathers shaking, one wing lowered, then shifted its weight, searching for balance, and rose. It circled Musai once, white cutting the air, before ascending toward the mountain. In the empty green, its flight left harm behind, relief edged with the memory of pain. Musai returned to his field, anchoring himself in the quiet fact of work, every furrow tilled for his mother's sake, enough to promise them a harvest. Days went on, the earth steady beneath him, the constant press of duty, the rhythm of labor shaping each hour. Evenings gathered softness for him. He stepped home, body lined by the ache of long hours and damp earth, and a steaming bath waited. His mother's care rose with the warmth that drifted from the doorway. He sank into the hot water, the clean embrace of a fresh kimono, paused in the hush before supper, and prepared for neighbors' company, the ease of familiar voices surrounding him. Routine circled through the days, the summer's hold loosening as autumn neared. One evening, under a pale, shimmered sky, Musai entered and found, beside his mother, a girl, her beauty quiet, unfamiliar. Dry mud still clung to his legs, weariness close at hand. Yet she greeted him with a gentle inclination, composed and clear, a moment of newness pressing lightly between them, the familiar comfort edged by something unspoken. He did not return the greeting, alert to the earth granules pressed into his hands, the raw grip of unfinished labor at his skin. Quietly, he loosened the knot at his brow, air meeting sweat with a chill that caught for a moment along his hairline. He drew breath, controlled and slow, bowed to his mother, and in an unhurried, measured voice asked, "Who is the honorable guest, and how comes she into this humble hut?" His mother answered with a careful tone, pride narrowed by quiet hope. "My son, though you have come into your own, you are still alone in life. Your reputation has grown. Obedience, reverence, faithfulness, and self-restraint all mark your name. This maiden is prepared to wed you, yet without your consent I could not accept. What is your thought?" He gave little voice, words pausing while his thoughts took measure. He examined the maiden, gaze intent, reared in kindness, perhaps of standing. Could endurance root through seasons that offered want? Would she withstand hunger? Would patience fray if scarcity endured? Was hope, even love fragile enough to fade, forsaken for silence and emptiness? As the days moved in quiet sequence, he observed her. Her kindness unmissable in the attention she gave his mother, patience unfolding in quiet acts, tenderness drawn into everyday gesture. Gradually, unease slipped away, his mind clearing as if under widening light. When at last all reservation dissolved, they wed, his former anxiety eased by her steady devotion. Love proved true by persistence and care. Autumn pressed close, ripening the rice. Yet when hands searched, only brittle husks rasped between fingers, hollow shells whispering want where grain once pooled. The harvest's absence stretched wide. Shelves stood vacant, taxes waited, the ache of hunger relentless, spanning each silent dusk. As winter clasped the village, hardship bit down, sharp, cold, unyielding. The wife's voice, a hush tangled in the eaves, broke the silence. Soft hands steady on her husband's sleeve, the lines between fear and hope drawn fine in the air. Let me weave alone. Give me a room apart, hidden in quiet, and I will make cloth as none have seen. Trust me, there will be gold enough. His mother's gaze narrowed, suspicion sharp beneath tired eyes. Musai's trust trembled, yet his hands moved, setting timbers upright, fusing mats, pressing clay to seal a single separate room. He watched as his wife entered that shadowed chamber, thread and spindle shuddered from sight, each moment outside weighed by silent expectation and the hush of waiting. A week passed, hushed, hope thinned and stretched. Then she stepped out, small, composed, holding a bolt of white cloth streaked with silent red, the colors bright as if spun from dawn. Her hands seemed lighter, her eyes unreadable, as she placed the weaving in his arms. "What shall we call this?" her husband asked, awe dulling his uncertainty. She shook her head, lips barely curving. "It has no name. None exists for it here." He hesitated. "The Lord may ask." Her reply quiet. "Tell him, white cranes down cloth." The snowy bolt passed from their hands to the lords, then traveled, glimmering, to the distant courts. Word spread, astonishment, reward. The Empress decreed 1,000 silver coins pressed into Musai's palms. He hurried home, silver clinking, laying it before his mother, eyes brightening. A feast followed, the table laden, ease settling, if only for a little while. When want crept near again, Musai turned, asking softly, "Will you weave once more?" She nodded, warmth tucked inside her answer, and again, "Remember, do not look, and let solitude hold its place." Trust and distance remained, comfort fragile, a closeness shaped by the very promise that kept her work unseen. The ache of wanting, did it ever yield? Gratitude never stilled it. Spared from hunger, Musai crouched at the fragile paper wall, shame pressed in. His mouth grazed the lattice, tongue brushing the cool edge. Fingers reached into the soft light, each movement taut, drawn in, circling, until a round tear opened and an eye found the narrow view beyond. He watched, breath poised, the hush inside thick and expectant. There, no wife, only a white crane, immense in its silent sorrow and splendor, the same rescued from winter's trap. She leaned over the spinning wheel, talons parting the down hidden under her breast. Luminous, she drew thread from aching pain, each filament spun by her body's slow, deliberate twists. Sometimes the crane pressed crimson drops from her heart, bleeding into the threads, sacrifice deepening, the weaving proceeding quietly. The cloth's end neared, only a strained sigh dividing labor from its inevitable close. Musai watched, stilled, his wonder sharpened to stillness. The spell tore as his mother's voice cut against it. He startled, the answer escaping. "Yes, I'm coming," his words slipping into the paper-thin dark. The crane spun, her gaze fixed on the broken circle in the wall, a flare of alarm, not comfort. She flung aside thread and cloth, rushed toward the door. Her cry broke wild and sharp, and she vanished into the exposed sky. A streak of white moved over the blue hills, receding and contracting into emptiness. Her form slipped from view, the air unmarked, the world still, absence growing. Poverty and hollow rooms returned to Musai and his mother. He trudged again through the rice field, water sliding cold against bare legs, the small cadence of comfort lingering when all else dissolved.